Hola mi hermosa familia de fragancias.
Justin here, fragrance fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification, and I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews, that 40-ish and $100 range. Most of these are way less than that, and a good number of these you can find at your local rack stores. And this one I have today, I could have swore I did another video on this thing. Maybe it got lost in the abyss, or maybe YouTube found it offensive or something like that because I'm reviewing a fragrance and they took it down. I don't know, but I could have swore that I've done this thing. I'm not late boarding the hype train on this thing because I have had it in my collection for a little bit, and I found out that it is not in my rotation of videos for some reason. And so here we go. Lattafa Qaed Al Fursan. Not a lot to say about the presentation. It's black and gold. Looks alright. It's like a horse thing or something right there going on. Kind of neat. And atomizer lid, magnetic. Gotta love that so much. Atomizer itself, about an average atomizer. I love these magnetic caps. It's not the strongest one, but it does good. It does pretty good. So, as I'm sure that you've heard, or maybe you haven't, this is a pineapple dominant fragrance. It's not like an Aventus kind of a pineapple. This is like a very, very, very sweet, ripe pineapple. And it's one of the rare fragrances that the pineapple stays pretty dominant throughout the whole life of this thing. Most fragrances that open up with some kind of a fruit, especially like citrus fruits and stuff like that, like your oranges and bergamot and stuff, it dies off after, you know, a decent amount of time, and usually the fresher ones you're left with more like the woody aquatic backbone kind of thing, whereas this one just stays pineapple fresh the entire time. There's saffron there, giving that pineapple just a little bit of character, and stuff like the white florals, like the jasmine, try to poke their head out, and they're there just enough to back up the pineapple. The woody in the base, the amber in the base doesn't really come out a whole lot, not even in the dry down so much. The wood is just there, I think, helping propel what's going on, and the amber just adds a touch of extra sweetness, making that pineapple super ripe smelling. This is not a very sharp kind of a pineapple. It's just like, get the ripest pineapple, and you know, where they're like almost like not yellow anymore, you know what I mean? It's like starting to, it's not bad, but it's starting to get like that brownish yellow where it's like extra sweet. That's kind of what's going on with this. It works for pretty much any season because it's sweet enough that it'll work in like the fall and stuff like that, but it has enough fresh characteristics that this works in the summer. I wouldn't so much say that this is like a gym fragrance because it's actually pretty loud and a bit sticky. It's a kind of a sticky sweet pineapple freshness. That's what's going on. So if you do wear something like this in the gym, just like a spray, just like one spray, because you could get a bit polarizing to those around you wearing this. This is a simple fragrance, as I'm sure that you've already heard that before, just because it kind of stays so dominant in the pineapple, and that just kind of goes, that's what this thing is built around, really, is that opening note of the pineapple. So it is a good layering fragrance. I haven't layered it with too many things. The most recent thing I did was its counterpart right here, Unlimited, which is like a suntan coconut vibe type of a fragrance, and it did okay. It wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't too bad. I'm sure that there's like some awesome combinations that you can get with this. If you guys have discovered any, please let me know, because I like layering things, and I might do a whole video on that, different layering combos. But this is a more youthful fragrance. It's not very serious whatsoever, just because it's so sticky, sweet, playful, youthful, daytime, casual. It's not a suit and tie kind of a fragrance, but other than that, it's quite versatile. It's compliment style DNA, as with most sweet freshies are. And the longevity on this one, I'm getting a good 6.5, maybe 7 hours every time I wear it. The projection is slightly above average. I get a nice, good scent bubble for at least 2 hours on this thing. So overall rating, I can give this a 7 out of 10, because just the scent profile alone is at least a 6, maybe a 6.5, and that extra performance helps me notch it up just a little bit on my rating system. Like I said, this is youthful, it's sweet, sticky sweet, pineapple, playful kind of a fragrance. Little bit of the florals, there's a little bit of the amber adding that extra sweetness, some woods to help propel it, but this doesn't ever get away from being a very juicy, sweet pineapple kind of a scent. I can't say that enough. So if you don't know what it smells like and you haven't heard many reviews, that's this in a nutshell. Good overall. Like I said, pretty much any season because it's sweet enough to drive through some of the cold, fresh enough to work in the warmer weather. But if it's like really, really hot, I wouldn't go too high on the sprays because this thing will start pumping off pretty good once your body temperature rises. So good gift idea even for like a younger crowd or something like that. So yeah, decent smelling fragrance. The pineapple is actually somewhat believable. It's actually a pretty good pineapple note that they use in this. So yeah, and what are they cloning out of this? Nothing, except for like, the only thing that it smells like is like Rave Now, which is also done by Lattafa. So I like it when these Middle Eastern houses kind of like do their own thing and they're not like just necessarily like cloning, straight up cloning fragrances like the Al Noble from Lattafa. They're amazing smelling and they're not clones of anything that I know of. But that's a side trail. But yeah, that's my final thoughts on Lattafa's Qaed Al Fursan. And with that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed, take care of yourself always, and until next time.